Oh man, fletch those logs, dude. You know, man's just gotta get his fletching XP, you know what I mean? I did something really silly. I changed the way my ad formats were, and I have been making like $15 a video for the past 2 weeks, and it's kind of sad. So I can't afford car parts anymore. I can't build cars. You like my shirt? My mom got this shirt for me because she said it reminded her of Fat Daddy. And I don't really know how to feel about that, but it's pretty good. So it's probably one of my new favorite shirts. The floor is lava. The floor is lava. Ugh. We finally figured out what this, I'm just gonna say the WP because I'm tired of saying whale penis thing, but it looks like whale penis. We finally figured out what it is. If you saw yesterday's vlog at the very end, I did some measurements and decided to do some cutting. And my father is going to help me. He's actually already cut it for me, so we're gonna see if it fits. We might need some more fabrication, but that's one thing we're gonna do today. Okay. That should work. You saw yesterday, it looked like this, and that is a much longer piece. So we kind of consolidated, kind of just made it a lot smaller.
No dad jokes today.
Thank you. So we're gonna go home. I hope that this fits. If not, we'll just have to sit here and come back and modify it a wee bit more. The igniter is still on its way. If you guys have not kept up with the videos, or if you're new to the channel, I'm waiting on literally one piece that I bought off of eBay that the guy finally shipped yesterday after a week. We're waiting for an igniter so that my coil packs can tell everything to boom. The car won't start today, but I'm gonna get it as close to starting as possible. I'm gonna run as many lines and fill it up with as much fluid as I can. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, playing this waiting game is not fun with this car, but it's kind of exciting, and it's been really fun being able to build and like experiment around and figure out how much it actually takes to swap a motor and all of the kind of research you need, especially to have a motor that's really not supposed to be in a car. It's been really fun, and I've been really thankful that I have to have this experience, but let's figure this out. So ideally, this should go in here. Okay, this goes in there. We're good. This goes in there. Okay, this is not easy. It's literally so close. Here we go. All right, we did it. I think we got it, dude. I think we got it. Oh, wait. No, we didn't. We don't got it. It's getting there. I'm not too happy with how it's fitting. It's staying on there. That's okay. The bend is okay. I think we might have just cut maybe a little too far this way. We might still need to shave some off because this takes up a lot of space in here, and I can't end up pushing it down any further to get out of there. I don't know. Okay, I think we kind of maybe got it. I'm really just not sure how I feel about this bend though. I don't know, you change the change in volume, the air pushing through right there. I feel it might back something up or create even more of a problem somewhere else. But I'm trying to think of different ways we might be able to go about this. I almost wish that I wouldn't have cut this now, because now thinking about it, if this was still longer, I might be able to just extend this all the way to here and cut it right here on the bend to just go right to that. But I think we might be able to cut a V shape into this. Might have to cut a big hole into it and then re-weld it back together to kind of close this gap and bring the pipe more this way. But unfortunately, I don't know anybody around here that can weld aluminum. So, dude, bros, I think I just figured it out. I think Daddy just hit the jackpot. All right, instead of doing it the other way, I went ahead and flipped it around. Now it's not, I'm gonna need some heavy duty hose clampage down here. Babe, look at it. I think I figured it out.
What was it?
I went ahead and switched it around. I put the 45 degree on this one and twisted some angles, and I put the straight one on this one. So I'm gonna need a couple more hose clamps and stuff, but oh, dude. I definitely need to get another hose clamp down for this little guy down here, because he's struggling a little bit, but that actually doesn't look bad. How it look over here?
No, it looks
You haven't
good.
been in the vlogs lately. You've been away. Even inside in the air conditioning. While Daddy's titties is.
Hey, I've been working.
Daddy's
inside.
titties is sweating out here bad. I've had another soul has been missing from the vlogs lately. It's only been me. It's sad.
You're so sweet.
Alrighty, well that actually makes me really happy. I'm gonna send a picture of that to Daddy-O, and I think he's gonna actually approve of that.
1, 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this hose clamp. Somehow I'm gonna get it on there, but I'll figure that out. Well guys, on a very exciting note, we finally get to cross out the part that I was most concerned about. This is the least child-friendly word we have on here. Intake filter, I don't need that to start it up. Vacuum hoses and power steering loop, we're doing that today. Downpipe, don't need it to start up, but it will be crucial for when I'm driving because turbo noises. IAT sensor, I still need to get one of those. I cannot seem to find a Japanese IAT sensor anywhere, and the one guy that's supposed to have it doesn't have it. So we're actually crossing off most of this list, and that makes me extremely, extremely happy. I'm gonna go ahead and take this little guy off of here. That's definitely a 10mm, kill me. I'm gonna take this little guy to the parts store with me so I can figure out exactly what size hoses I'm going to need going in and out of this power steering fluid reservoir. And one thing that I really didn't think about but I need to figure out the hoses I'm gonna need for a coolant overflow reservoir. I don't have the hoses for it, and I don't have a reservoir for it, so I'm actually not entirely sure what I'm gonna do there. I might just use a monster can for now, which actually, speaking of, this one is for the boys out there. Man, literally, I just want you guys to know that these are all, I did not buy a single one of these. These are all because of you, and it's amazing. I love you guys for this. I can just reach in here, grab a cold one, but of course I gotta open one in front of the boys because the boys gave me them. Oh, so good, dude. I've seen a lot of people, if they don't have an overflow reservoir, people actually have used monster cans before, but that's probably going to be the best bet for my coolant, at least until I can get an actual reservoir. All right, so I need you to help me remember. Hose clamps.
Hose clamps.
Big and small.
Big and small.
We need to take my overflow reservoir. We need to get hose that matches this. We have to get hose clamps for that size hose. I need a smaller hose for the coolant over. So I need to buy another set of hoses. Hoses for this, hoses for that. Hose clamps for the intercooler. 3, 4. So at least 4 of those hose clamps. America! Let's freaking get it! Excuse me. I need you to shut your mouth.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you regretting that you took out the AC in your SE? Even with how hot it is right now?
I have no regrets. I have no regrets. It's a race car, baby. I had to do it. It wasn't a choice. It wasn't an option.
No, you could have bent them.
No, I mean I could still reinstall AC if it comes down to it. If I have enough time, it's not like gone for forever. I just have to make new hard lines and stuff, but it'd be kind of difficult. Bros out there, I need your help here. This car needs to be loud, but we're balling on a budget right now. If you want us to remove the exhaust just to get a good sound, how many likes should we ask for? 10,000? 15,000? 15,000, dude. Stop what you're doing, pause the video, go like that. Now if it sounds terrible, we'll put the exhaust back on, but just for a fun video, give us some likes, bros. Let's see you do it. Okay, hoses for this, hose clamps for this, a hose for the overflow reservoir, and hose clamps for the big dudes, right? That's it? Is that it? Is that all I need?
I'm not paying attention.
Thanks.
I'm trying to find us a house in San Diego.
Oh, we got that rockin' them TC wheels, bruh. No, I just need to figure out. No, we're not doing. Get that out of here. Get that away from me right now. I think we have the 5/8 inch. 5/8 is too big. Yeah, 5/8 is way too big. I'm gonna see if they can bring this back there and see if they can fit a 1/2 inch. 3/8 to 7/8, so this is what I'll need. Doing 3/4 inch pipe? Yeah, let's try it. That should be it for the overflow. Would you mind seeing if this right here fits a 1/2 inch hose back there? Sure. It'll fit the 1/2 inch? Awesome, I'm gonna go ahead and grab that then. Here comes the fun part where we have to get under the car and start getting all nasty and dirty and sweaty because it's 100 degrees outside. and it's late and I don't know why. I just put my watch in front of the camera. It's time to get this thing propped up. I need to get these power steering lines run and done, and I need to get these, I need to figure out while I'm under the car where the hell the second vacuum hose is from the second turbo, from the rear turbo that powers the rear 3 cylinders while the front turbo powers the front 3 cylinders. Let's go! I don't know where that came from. I'm very sorry. All right, so let's get under this frickin' car. I need to disconnect. You can kind of see it way up there. I gotta snipe this little hose right here. I have to disconnect that and make it a brand new length. Oh, now I'm looking at it. The wastegate back there actually already has a line attached to it. An itty bitty little line attached to it. So that's good. I'm gonna have to find and trace that so I can just splice it into the other one. Actually, funny enough, I didn't need to lift the car up to get to this hose. Well, I didn't need to lift it up and get under it to get to the hose, but lifting it up to see the hose actually really helps. So I'm gonna have to disconnect it from back there, and I'm gonna go ahead and reroute that power steering. I'm actually gonna go ahead and remount it just so I know exactly how long I'm gonna need these hoses. So let's go ahead and start from getting it from here to here first. I'm actually gonna go ahead and use, this is gun cleaner and lubricant / lubricant, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and use some of this because it might do a little bit better getting it on there. All right, well, now at least we know these freaking hoses aren't coming off. Oh my God. Hey, there it goes. There she is. This little wiener sticking out of the power steering pump itself is so #thick that I don't need any kind of clamp to keep it on there, but I went ahead and clamped that on there just to keep it safe. I literally can't even fit a clamp around that, so we're good there. And then if it ever ends up leaking or anything like that, I can obviously go back and fix it, but I don't think I'm ever gonna have an issue. One thing I don't understand is why I've never seen, in my limited experience, I've never seen a power steering pump with a vacuum line to it. So I don't really know, that doesn't really make much sense. It's already got a vacuum line right there, but why does it have a secondary vacuum, and do I just need to plug that with a nipple? So I might just plug that up with a nipple, and if it causes any issues or anything like that, I don't know, I might just go ahead and redo it. Now I need to figure out how to route the power steering reservoir down to the actual axle right down there where it actually pumps fluid to help you steer. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get me a nice set of pliers and get that just freaking that right there cable right there. I gotta get that out there, but then that's gonna be it. That's pretty easy. It's not gonna be too hard. Well, dang gum, brother, I freaking did it. There we go, dang gum. That was actually a lot harder to get out than I wanted to, but it's all good. So as you can see, that's the little thing I'm supposed to plug into for the power steering. That is majorly smaller than this little guy down here that I'm supposed to, hey, you wanna freaking work? Then this little guy I'm supposed to plug into. So that versus that down there, it's just a little bit smaller. Okay, yep, that's just what I thought. So you look at that, and this hose, it fits, but it's way big on it. So I ended up just tightening the living mess out of that thing with an impact. It's a 1/4 inch. So I went ahead and just tightened the crap out of it, the little hose clamp, and it is not, there's literally no way to get it off of there. So we are good, bros. Now I just gotta make sure I get a long enough amount of cable, I get a long enough amount of hose so that I don't ever have to do that again. And then we're just gonna run it to it. Here we go, guys. Power steering is hooked up AF. Nice. Once it gets started up and I get stuff flowing through the system, then I might have to fill it up again, because it actually says it requires 0.8 liters, and I just poured in about 400 milliliters in there, which is 0.4. So once the belts start going and everything like that, and I actually get power steering through the steering rack and through the power steering pump and everything like that, I'll probably need to refill it, but until then, we're good. I guess, yeah, let's make a little overflow. Sorry, bro. You were hot anyways. Somebody should feel honored. I'm making the monster they gave me into like a part of my car. Yeah. This is exciting. I want you guys to know that this is extremely temporary. Do not expect me to go on any drift events like this, because that's just silly, even though I could probably still send it. Now that we got the overflow on there, I'm actually gonna go ahead and pour in some coolant. When I was looking for coolant for this car, I got really confused. It says it's an Asian formula, and I was like, I don't really know if I can use this, because I'm as white as you can get. But I figured out that it's for the Asian cars, not for Asian people. Here we go. All right, well, there's a problem here. Looking under the car, I have a big coolant leak. There's a bunch of it coming from the bottom radiator hose. So I don't think I overfilled it. I shouldn't have overfilled it. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this here for now so it doesn't get all over the garage. But it's literally coming out the bottom of this hose. I don't understand it. Okay, issue resolved. I sat there and tried to wiggle around. It looks like whenever Ethan was putting the hose back on, he didn't put it on all the way tight, which is okay. I ended up fixing it. What I actually did, as you can see, I have a little hose clamp right there. These things are my favorite things on the car so far. Along with the OEM clamp, it's kind of just a nice little support. I ended up just basically impacting a hose clamp down. That was actually from the Rad hose kit that I got off of eBay. So I'm kind of glad that I ended up getting that, but it looks like it fixed the issue. It makes me happy because now we have all the fluids in the car that the car needs. It does need a little bit more coolant because we lost some, but now at least it has some and it won't overheat whenever I take it on short drives. So we're kind of jumping around the car doing miscellaneous things right now. I finally, this was way harder to get how I wanted it than I thought it would be, but I ended up getting it. It's not moving anywhere, thankfully. It doesn't look like it's that great, to be honest. So whenever I finally turn the car on, I am gonna spray it down with soapy water to make sure that there's not any air escaping through here. One thing I am considering, if and when I do go big turbo on this car, there's a kit out there called CX Racing. CX Racing makes probably one of the best 1JZ SC300 intercooler kits out there, so I might just see if I can get the piping from them, keep my Greddy core, and then end up doing that. But if this gives me any more troubles or anything like that, I might just end up selling the kit and then going with a CX Racing just to keep any issues from happening, especially since I need this car to always be at 100% when I want it to be. The last thing I need to do today, I think, I am going to go ahead and mount the last intercooler pipe. Okay, I did tell my wife that we'd have a nice date night tonight, so it didn't even get as much done as I wanted to, but oh my God, we got a lot done today. It's actually pretty wild. I mean, we've gotten as far as we have a serpentine belt. We have all the radiator hoses. We have all the fluids, the coolant. We have the power steering fluid. We got everything looped. We've got the coolant reservoir. In the meantime, we've got the WP right there. I mean, we've got everything. We've got the intercooler lined up. The only thing I couldn't do, the clamps that we bought were supposed to be for this size, but it was not. It barely even fit. All the intercooler is fully functional now. I mean, the thing is literally, this car is ready to go. I don't quite need an intake filter yet. That can come later. I'm really not worried about that. Wow, it's literally, it actually looks like it's ready to go. This thing could look like this. Aside from a few hose clamps right there, this thing could literally drive as it sits right now, except it's not able to turn over. That's so upsetting, dude. Power steering loop is done. Vacuum hoses, we still need to do that. Oh, coolant res. Yep, cross that off. Tomorrow we finally get the freaking the thing to start my car. What is it even called? So igniter. We finally get the igniter tomorrow, guys. We are finally going to start this car. The Lexus is ready to run. I didn't think I'd actually get it to this point. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you guys so much for your support in all of these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos and staying patient, because believe me, I'm excited too. It's been really hard. It's been a really long time coming and a really difficult wait for me. Thank you so much for your support. I love you all. Peace out and be victorious. Dadgum, brother, it's Trailer Tom here, and I'm telling you what, I need you to click on one of them dangum 2 videos, because this, I tell you what, Evan Shanks works pretty dadgum hard to give you some freaking free content, so you best dadgum appreciate it. Thanks.